Well, here I am. Time to start getting these things sorted. I feel like maybe I've been putting off the Patriots for a long time. This one here, as far as I know, it's all done. This was the only one that is actually done. I would like to get mirrors that have a display on them, but you really can't see anything in that one. If I put a camera on here, it's going to be a lot higher and it just kind of ruins the look. And really, this is the quality you'll be getting in the mirror. So for the performance that you have to use to make this work, I don't think it's worth it. Then we have this one. This one was called just line haul, I think. We've got... I just wonder, do these numbers show up? They do. They show up, but whether or not they're useful for anything. I really wanted to get something that would show you how much turning there was on the rear steering. Which actually could go here, just below the heater. So we have, this is all upside down, which is terrible. It's actually legitimately terrible. That's a real pain in the ass. So I'm going to swap them, and I think it's just rotated sideways. One, two, three, yeah. And then I want this to be rear steering. And I want to use a horizontal gauge. So cut and rotate. Merge that back in. Oh, these trucks are a bit of a mess. And so this composite output also needs an input. I think what I need to do is look into the truck system here. Okay, this is fine. I've got enough empty slots. So we have rear steering panel. This is one of those things where it's like I don't actually know what I'm doing. Oh, I hate this when you can't find your thing. Here we go. So, rear steering inverted. And this is coming off the normal steering, which makes no sense. Okay, so it's actually this output here. This is the rear steering, which means this value doesn't want to go to the switch box anymore. This switch box is what's enabling the steering. And so I need a way to, I'm going to say it's permanently enabled, and there needs to be a way to reset it. So if I go to maybe 4 and put a arrow button, we'll say push, say reset trailer steering. We need to make this trailer steering. So we actually need an input and an output, and I just changed the wheel. So we need 2 rear steering panels. Oh, yikes, we've got an in and an out. There's the out, here's the in. And now to do this, I'm going to use a counter, a threshold, get rid of this because all of this is like part of the old system, I guess. So from the seat, I want left and right, which will be 1, 2, 3. I believe it's channel 3. If I look down here, there's probably nothing on channel 3 because why would I be using left and right? And so from channel 3, we've got output into the thresholds. We have a low or a low and a high, and a threshold. If we, I don't know what I'm explaining. This will control whether or not the counter goes up and down. We set the clamp, the minimum is 1, and the minimum is -1, the maximum is 1. The increment can be quite low, I think. 0.01. I want it to like go quite slowly. And then from the rear steering panel, channel 3 is the reset button. And then channel 2 is the value that's representing the steering on that little gauge that goes to the side. And then this value on the counter is being sent out into the SIBTAT, which is being picked up by the trailer. So it's not too complicated. Now, which one of my trailers has rear steering? Is this one? We'll just hook it up. So normally I put steering on this side and then inverted steering on the left side, but that's like backwards. So I don't know if that's fully correct. So we are currently connected. We have 0 on trailer steering. My heater still turns on. Now if I press left, okay, I forgot. On the seat, left and right needs to be 100%. Okay, let's try again. When I push left, it goes to the negative value. And when I press right, it goes to the positive value. Makes sense to me. And the steering on the rear, oh, I shouldn't have put it on. Do I want to like limit how far it can go? Or do I want to make it so it only happens on trailers that don't have a double axle? I mean, that's fun and very usable. Now, if we're just sick of silly games, push this. It'll reset to 0. It resets to 0. It doesn't count down nicely. But then I can just immediately start steering again. That's so goofy. So let's say we're driving along. We're coming up to a tight corner. We need to get around this corner. So if I turn in real close, it's going to get caught. But then, I mean, it's not going to because I put the axle so close in. I can turn the steering out. Okay, I mean, that's a bad example. Here we go. This is a bad situation. The thing is, like, once you know how the steering works, you can, like, figure it out as you go. Yeah, that's very helpful, though. So if you're coming up to a corner, you can start turning your trailer out. This one's kind of goofy because the wheels aren't right at the back. I think that's it though. That's it. So if I've got that space on the dash, then I can definitely put in a trailer steering system. And then it's just whatever. It's dependent on if that trailer supports it, if it's all connected up. But the truck can definitely do it. I wonder if I need to do any kind of like checks to see if there's invisible blocks on these. I don't think there are. I think we would have found invisible blocks by now. Let's have a quick look around. We've got some white panels under there. I mean, this one is probably the best one out of all of them in terms of like polish. Okay, and then what was the next one? This red one I really liked. Checking under here for any missing paint blocks. There is no trailer on this, no trailer hitch, so we can't do any trailer steering. I feel like I would like a trailer hitch on it, but there's not much space in here and it'd be kind of goofy. Wait, this one's got more switches. Damn it. So on this one I need to... Wait, this one's got no trailer steering. What am I doing? Because this one's got no trailer steering and it's already got its own internal controls, it's actually like already done. I think we've kind of accepted that we can't put flags of America on all these trucks because America doesn't have that many good flags. We are going to settle for just a big HCLI on the top. I think this grey is the wrong kind of grey. It's like it's the old grey. Now, can I even put this in without deleting something? Because the roof is so much shorter in this truck. There's no bed in here. If I go back, then I'm cutting out the reversing camera. If I go forwards, then I'm cutting out my interior light. If I go forwards on that, I'm cutting out my emergency lights. What about, can this... No. We've got 4 blocks of space, which is actually more like 3 because the 4th one is this wedge. We have this spot here. Wait, this is all microcontrollers. Huh. I kind of think I can't put any logos on this. I could put them in the back here. Maybe. No, that's all microcontrollers as well. Oh, I've screwed myself. Do we just not have them on this truck? No paint blocks? I would really like something. Maybe I can just get away with it being like 2 little pieces. Maybe 3 if I do it right. Maybe I can get a smaller HCLI. Okay, HCLI. That does not look good. Does not look good at all. The H on the HCLI is very fat. It's a very... it's a very fat C. Very thick L. This is too tall. It would have to come out across more. And then it would even probably need to... it either needs to get taller or shorter. The proportions are just all wrong. There we go. That's a bit better. And I don't think I've got enough space for this. There's no way I'll get anything legible on the bottom here. So in that case, it's probably better to just mirror the dots and claim it's like 2 hazard symbols. You know those hazard lines? And of course, I can't just copy it like this because now it's at the very front. I don't like it, but it's okay, and it does the job. Okay, I didn't even check these for electricity. I think the yellow one will be connected for electricity, but I don't know about this line haul. It looks like it is. Oh yeah, it's got this weird thing where there's like a relay that comes out and connects into the back. I think it's connected, but it's just weird how it does that. And it must be very similar on these. Yeah, these pivots aren't connected. What's not connected? The electrical connectors aren't connected. The camera, reversing camera isn't connected. Man, it's such a mess in here. It's an absolute mess. Let's have a look at this. The fuel tanker is one of those ones where, I don't really like this, to be honest. don't like this truck. I really like the tank on this truck, but I don't like the truck. I would rather have the stubby tanker, actually. Which then you lose the seat and everything. What's all this? This is all like from the red one. Oh man, I've got so much work cut out for me. Why did I do this? Okay, can I cut this wheel back and push it back in? I think I would need to stretch out a rocket. I'm not going to put HCLI on this. I'm going to release these trucks, but I'm not going to release them as HCLI. There's a thing where it's like the quality is just not up to what I want. I'm going to paste this stretched rocket in here, then cut this wheel, merge it back in. So now it's all like covered up by the rockets. Then I'll grab this tank and expand it. Oh, I don't want to bring it right up into the spare wheel, but it kind of needs to go there. We've still got a little tank. I think the wheels should probably be white. The interior, we can connect the trailer to this, so I don't really want to implement trailer steering onto this. So I know I've definitely got 3 trucks that I like, which is the wrecker, the line haul, and the roll-off. The other ones I'll release, but I won't release them as part of HCLI. This one here is pretty cool, but I think making it black kind of ruined it. I do want a black truck, but it's like I could have just equally had a white truck. I really like this as a white truck, actually. So I'm going to get rid of all this paint blocks in the roof. This truck should have the trailer steering on it. We're all white in here, even though it should be grey. I think it's more or less the same, you know, it's all kind of, it's all probably connected. I want to change the color of this rear connector. I could do it in red maybe. I don't think I've got any red fifth wheels. It looks pretty good. And then I want to change the white to the 240 white, not pure white. Oh, it is already that white, okay. Now, I'm going to get 2 of these lights. They trigger on the player sensor. I'm going to change it to an HSV unless it's already HSV. I was thinking in the back here we could have like a little seating area or something. It's not really enough space to put like any other kind of decoration. It's such a weird small space. And if I wanted a wall or anything, it limits how you can even get back into here because it needs to be like half a block. Put a door in maybe. I don't even have enough space to put a good sliding door in. That's so dumb. I really don't like this section of it. I think it's nice that it's like a longer truck, but that middle section is not good. Let's get this video connected. It should just be here. Hi camera. If I find my Subtac controller, yep, I should have all the same spaces available. I should be able to copy this. And then I'm not sure how this works for like copying logic and copying a block. But we take that, bring it over here and paste it onto the white one. And then need to connect the electricity, but also need to connect the out signal of that into wherever the heater is connected to. Heater panel. Then inside Subtac truck. Oh yeah, okay. So this top one comes from the truck. This one, we need a, what do we call it? What did I call it? Trailer steering panel. And then I can delete those. Yeah. So now this truck has trailer steering. So assuming I connect all this. So what can I put in the back here? Because it's kind of hard working with a large space. 1, 2, 1, 2. I mean, that's a better solution, I think. I feel like I need some kind of separator along the edge here. Maybe I can use the door frame so it's got that extra bit of grey on it. I could even use the top piece of it through here completely. I think it'd be okay. There you go, something like that. It just kind of gives you a bit of a private wall. And it helps transition the color on the walls, because I don't want the back to be super dark. But I don't want it to be like a real shock when the wall changes color. I feel like I've fallen off the bandwagon with this one. Okay, we can drive. Brum, brum, brum. Those walls there need painting. We have trailer steering. Oh, it's quite jittery back there. What's up with that? I could try lowering the tire pressure on those tires, but it's probably jittering for some other reason. Now I can change the color of the wheels back. I've set them all to 0.9. A little bit lower than standard, but now they've all got the lower tire pressure. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but it fixed it, so. Okay, so let's have a look. We could say then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new trucks. 4 new official HCLI trucks. I really want to put pictures on them, but it's like, I don't know what would be good to put on these. I don't think some of my original plans are really going to work for this. I could put another seat in here as well, and then that would let me move even more people, because that's kind of what I think I'm going to end up with this, using this truck for, is if I go to a rescue operation, then it's got extra seats in the back and a bed, or maybe I'll bring the dog along or something. Okay, right now I think I'm happy with the front 3, yellow. These are the primary colors, the red, blue, and yellow one. The white one is kind of sketchy, not really sure about it. So maybe if I can get a flag and an animal, but I've got no roof space and I've got no door space on the red one. And I've got no deck space on the back. I've got no space anywhere because it's so compressed. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. The wrecker will be coming out. The line haul will be coming out. And the hook lift will be coming out. I'll just make this a shorter episode today. I really thought that I could do more with these Patriot trucks, but as I get into looking into the systems in them and wanting to make variations of them, I'm realizing I'm just actually burnt out on this idea, this Patriot truck idea. So I'll get everything released onto the workshop, and then we can move on to something else and get a bit more creative, and maybe I'll get back into the swing of things. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a look at these trucks and trailers, and I'll see you next time.